guys got us one. Sweet, it's been a while. It's been a while since we caught us a fish, I tell you. Had a lot of things happening lately. A lot of work and then wifey, and she ended up having surgery on her meniscus and little knee surgery there, and that's going well. You know, it was about 2 weeks ago when we had that happen. So, and it's her right knee, so she can't really drive much now. So I've been taking her back and forth to all her doctor appointments and her physical therapy appointments and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's been a grind. We went out to Destin, did a little fishing out there, but not a lot. You know, mainly just enjoying myself, really. See if we can get him in here. He's really putting up a fight today. Come on in, buddy. All right, there we go. He's in the net. Get him secured here. We'll take a look at him. He's not no monster by no means, but hey, it's been a while since I caught a fish, so all is welcome in my eyes. Okay, that hook popped right out, and let's take a look at it. Well, be quick flopping around a little bit. We'll pull him out of there and take a look at him. Yeah, it's not a bad looking fish. Yeah, good fighting one, I'll tell you that right now. Pretty good size. Let's go ahead and let him go. There he goes. All right, so we got on the board. Like I said, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've been able to do any fishing or anything. So I'm glad to catch a fish, honestly. It's almost like it's been a minute, so. And we got a lot more water moving through. A lot heavier current and stuff. So, man, what a blessing that is. All right, well, let's see if we can get a couple more to bite this hook here. There's a fish right there. Yeah, that one there ain't a half bad one either. Ain't no world record breaker, but he's fighting pretty good. Look at him. I can't even get him up. They like this swift water. They do. Let's see if we can get, nope. He wants to go out there and fight a little more. He does. Let's see if we can get him in the net. Oh, he's still fighting. Still wants to give me a battle. Come on up here, buddy. Come on up here. Oh, nope. Come on in here. All right. Oh, popped out just as it got in the net. Look at that. That's a pretty good one, guys. That is a pretty good one. All right, give me a minute here and we'll take a look at him. All right, to get our hands wet here. Take a look at this fish. Hold him up for you if he gets squirming here. He does not want to quit squirming, guys. He's still got a lot of fight left in him. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. There he goes. Right back in the water. Oh man, he about dropped my camera and everything, guys. I can't believe that fish. What he used? Rowdy, wasn't he? Good night. Alright. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go out there and get another one. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. So what I've got on here, guys, I got an egg pattern on. So I've got on here, guys, is an egg pattern and a stone fly. Now, if anything I should be fishing, it's probably alright guys, so what I got on here is a stone fly and an egg pattern. With this swift water, I need to pick something that's a little heavier so that the current doesn't affect it nearly as much. And later on I might go with a little something a little lighter or something like that, but I do need some kind of weight to get that. Oh, missed him. Look at that. He hit it on the, when I was about to pull it up, guys. Got me all tangled up in that tree in the process. Get out of that tree. Get out of that tree. Well, I'll come over here and get it out of there. I think we might move on down a little bit so that we move up a little bit so we ain't got to worry about this tree. Alright, now that we're done with that tree, where were we? Oh yeah, we were fishing. So like I was saying, what I got on here is a stone fly and an egg pattern. Something real heavy, trying to get it down. You know, just your typical fly fishing. Just cast it upstream and let it drift on down as natural as you can. With this current though, so you got that Oros indicator on there, and the issue that you end up having is the indicator sometimes will float faster than the rest of the stuff. So to combat that, you mend your line and try to put your bobber or your indicator above so that your flies get to the fish before the indicator does. And if you can do that, a lot of times you get more strikes too. Not always, but sometimes. Alright, just swing her out there, guys, and let it naturally drift down and try to keep up with your line. So you have some good line management when you set the hook. You don't have all that slack and you get a good firm hook set. If you can do that, yeah, you'll land most of your fish. Oh, look at that. I'm up in the tree again. Good night. That tree has been a pain in my keister this whole time I've been here. Ain't nothing. Good night. Let me get that undone. They got me up in that tree again. Reach out there and grab a limb. See if I can get her to come in. Get it untangled out of that tree. Oh. Well, that's that part. Get this part right here, we'll be in a good way. The guy can't do nothing without getting hooked up, can he? I ain't getting hooked up the good way with fish. I'm getting hooked up with the darn tree limbs. Hard to catch fish when you're always in the tree. If I do say so myself, it's hard to catch fish when you're always in the tree. Nothing. I imagine we'll just keep trying to cover all this water here. That's a lot of water right now. There's no defined seam at all right here anyway. We get up there a little bit further and there's a little bit more of a defined seam, guys, and when that happens, usually it concentrates those fish into a certain tunnel where they like to sit up and wait to ambush whatever food's coming through. Down here, it's kind of like the lazy man's fish, so they just like to chill out on behind a rock or something and then come out and snatch it up. But down here it's also a lot of just natural, the whole water flow, everything's flowing at the same rate. So we'll go ahead and move on upstream up there a little bit, maybe about another 10 feet or so, 15 feet, and see if we can't get on that natural seam there and catch us any fish. Alright, we made it up here. Now we're just kind of fishing, trying to pick it apart, see where these fish are going to be setting up here by the headwaters here. I mean, it's going to continue on getting a little bit faster as we go up and a lot less slow water. So we're going to go ahead, and I know it looks like it's a lot deeper. So I'm going to go ahead and give it about another 6 inches or so, maybe 8 inches of depth so they can settle down there and get deep on it. And you want to be real close as you can, ticking those rocks on the bottom. If you can successfully do that, you can actually get yourself to land quite a few fish, can pick up quite a few bites. Look, oh, you see that? Missed him. I missed that one plain as day. He was just nipping at it. Just nipping at it. We want those ones that just take it. Get there right on that edge of that fast and slow water seam right there. Let's see if we can't pick us up a fish here. I might need to be a little further out. Looks like I do. Alright. Right there. There we go. A little further out. See if we can't get something on that seam there. Nothing there. Alright. We can move on up a little bit. We might come back to this back end back here, and if we don't get any bites up here, come up to this back end over here and give that another try in a little bit here. As of right now, I'm just going to keep moving upstream a little ways. Got him. All right, I got a little buddy across the way here. I've been chatting with him for a little bit, and thought I'd tie on a new lure and let him cast this a little while. And my first cast, guys, hooked up with another one. Hot dog. Hot dog. He wants to fight a little bit too. He's out there in that swift water. It's kind of hard for me to control him a little bit. Yeah. He's staying out in that swift water too. I think he's a pretty decent fish. Wowzer, he wants to fight real good now. He wants to fight good, buddy. All I need to do is get his head up. If I get his head up, I can actually make some ground here. Oh, there we go. Make some ground here on him. There we go. Alright. Now we're doing something. Alright. There he is. Wow, he's not that big, but man alive, did he fight. Oh, man, did he fight. Look at that. Yeah, he's no bigger than the other ones I was catching. But sweet giblets, did he fight hard. Yes, he did. Alright, let's go ahead and get that hook out his lip. Alright, got the hook out. Now I'll go ahead and when these trout turn over, it's so funny. They play dead. All right, look at that guy. Look at that guy. All right, that's a nice looking fish. I'd say go ahead and let him go. There he goes. Me and him both happy as a lark. All right, guys, let's see if we can't guess nothing. There's the fun stuff right there. There's my little buddy down there. Just met him. Yep, just met him. He's a pretty cool cat, man. I was out here fishing down the way here, and he just said, "Yeah, go ahead, fish it." You know, it was one of those where I was there first, and most time people would be like, "I don't care if you're here first. I'm gonna go right up here and fish right in front of you, right where you're headed to." So I was like, "Oh man." But he seen me fishing and he said, "Oh, enjoy." I said, "Oh man, that's an awesome guy. That's an awesome guy." He's a young lad. But man, he's gonna be a great fisherman if he keeps up the attitude he's got. They don't have the respect that they should. You know, if somebody gets there first, they got the fishing hole. If you want to fish it, you ask for permission. I mean, that's just common courtesy. And so, you know, by him not just horsing his way in there like most individuals would do, you know, he actually said he's going to go downstream and fish down there. I said, "Well, ain't you a good guy?" I like seeing individuals like that. People like that, they're just phenomenal. Because you don't see it every day. Yep, just don't see that every day. Most of the time, guys, when somebody comes up to me and asks if they could fish, you know, behind me or in front of me or beside me, you know, hey, I'll show them how to do it. I'll let them have my fishing pole and fish with it. I don't care, you know. But every once in a while, you get individual that just thinks that he owns the place, and it doesn't matter what you do, what they do, that you're not going to change their mind. That happens to me. I like to just move on about my business. I'm surprised we didn't get another bite here. Surprising. Might have to lower that down a little bit more. It's a little deeper here. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower that down just a touch more, maybe 6 inches or so. Yeah. Yeah, maybe about 6 inches or so. There, that's a good depth right there. There he is, guys. Got him. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, I think he got me under a rock. Oh, there he goes. Came out of it. Sweet. Hot dog. Whoa! Got some flying fish around here. We got some flying fish. Hot dog. That's a nice one. Oh, he's got me back in that rock again. Get out of there. Come down here where I can manage him a little better. Wow, these fish are fighting good. Hard fighting fish. Oh, there he goes. He just, let's see here. He just got off. He just pulled the hook. Yep, didn't break off or nothing. Just pulled the hook, guys. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I caught him on this like little here blowtorch. It's a purple and pink blowtorch. That's what I hooked him on. And, well, we'll get back after it, see if we can find another one out there. Let's go. Maybe that got him fired up in this hole. You never know. It might have. I was putting a lot of pressure on him. Putting a lot of pressure on that fish because he was pretty much going where he wanted to go. And we can't have that. I gotta get him in. There was really not much I could do with that one. He was, like I said, he was doing what he wanted to do. Okay, well, we'll mosey on upstream a little bit and see if we can't find us another fish hole. Alright, this looks like a pretty decent spot here, guys. What I'm looking for is a nice little breakwater behind these rocks, these bigger rocks, and to have a little bit of depth to it. And if you got those, odds are you're going to have a fish. Maybe not always, but that's what I'm looking for, is that current change from fast to slow right there. To make a couple casts here. I need to reposition myself a little bit better. Kind of scoot up just a touch here. I don't want to scare nothing, but I also want to have a best possible cast I can get. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good drift right there. Kind of what I'm looking for. Let's get behind that rock over there. Let it sit there for a second. So right now I'm high sticking, what they call high sticking. The only thing, the line's not in the water. Only the Oros bobber and the indicator and the flies is what's in the water. I'm just holding it up high so that it doesn't get caught by that seam. And once it rolls out, it rolls out. Get one more time in there. See if there's anything sitting behind that boulder there. See how it just rolls out? And then it's on the right on the edge of that seam. A lot of times that's where they'll hit it. Alright, now we're going to try this inside one here a few times. Like I said, not always are they there, but you know, sometimes every once in a while you can get lucky and get yourself a real good fish. It's just ticking those rocks just like we want it to. So there's usually two places these fish like to set up. They either like to set up right behind the rock, or right in front of the rock. Most of the time it's behind the rock, but every once in a great while these things get a little froggy and like to get a little wild and get up in there and be right in front of it. That way if any bait comes to them, they got the first dibs, man. I got on that tree. There's a tree going across there. I just got on that tree is what I did. I didn't set the hook or nothing, so shouldn't be too hard to get out of there. There we go. Just trying to get it right behind that log there. Let my bait drift on down. Nah, we got nothing. That one's right out there. See what happens. So it's right out there. There it is. See if there's anything over there. Nothing. Alright, moving on. Moving on to the next.